don't be shocked. You're not in the wrong place. It's still us. We just have a very, very big group today, but a very special group today.
Yes.
We have our BBM Foundation team with us today. Yay! So for those of you who didn't know, my mother, my sister, and I are responsible for stewarding a foundation for women. And today on our podcast, Brokenness Meets Grace, we are so blessed and so incredibly excited to be joined by the ladies at the bedrock of our foundation, the people that keep it together, the people we've been blessed with, because as we continue our talk about brokenness and purpose and how God uses our brokenness to help us redefine what purpose is, we thought who better to share this platform with than these amazing ladies. Welcome, ladies.
Welcome, everybody. They look so shy. They're not like this.
They're usually very chatty, so today they're very quiet. But I'm going to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves. I think we should start youngest to oldest, yeah?
Let's do that.
I think so. Sue. Tell us about yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Sue. I am a mom and a wife. I am a marketing assistant at BBM Foundation and also from a beneficiary.
So they have this thing where one calls herself a marketing assistant and the other one insists that she must call herself a marketing strategist.
That's what she is.
But okay, that's fine.
Assistant.
Alright, thank you, Sue. Lise?
Hi, my name is Lisa. I'm a mother of two. I'm a wife, my sister, and the last born. The last born of the foundation. But yeah, I'm an admin assistant, office assistant, slash ops, slash
Many hats.
Shop manager. All of it. The list keeps going.
Endless.
But yeah.
Awesome.
Hi everyone, my name is Mapulo Mutaung. I'm from a rural village at Hammanskraal. I am a mother of a 24-year-old. She just turned 24 the 10th of June, by the way. Okay, and then I'm a social service practitioner here at BBM, #social worker. Being here, it's been a very quite amazing journey. Thank you.
Thanks, Max. And last but not least, Melush.
Hi guys, my name is Lucia Mukoni. I'm a mother of 8, 4 boys and 4 girls, and I'm a single parent. And yeah, my role here at BBM Foundation is I'm a sewing facilitator and general worker and a motivator.
Yes, she really is. Yeah, so that's our team, everybody. Thank you, ladies, so much for being a part of the show today, and we're going to dive right into it. As I mentioned earlier, we are talking about purpose, so we're continuing our discussion on purpose. And today we're going to be talking to the team about how purpose met them in their brokenness and really how God came and took what they thought was circumstances or situations that they could never get out of and turned it around for the good that He always does, right? Yeah. I think the next question is so suitable to this group of amazing women. And, we spoke a lot about our brokenness, but I heard in between purpose was coming through there, and how each of you came across to realize what your purposes were. I'd like to talk about that for a minute, what is your purpose, or how did God use your purpose to help you and find you in that place? What did you come to discover about yourself and what your purpose is? And how do you use that to give God glory,
I think with me, purpose would just be servitude. I have always been that person who always wants to help. Even with stuff that comes to me the ultimate goal with the stuff is to help other people. I remember when I was still in school, I always saw myself as this career woman who would wake up every day and go to some office and be a CEO. But somewhere along the line, I was like, that's not really me. When a couple of years ago, I was in Durban and I had a job as a shop assistant, and I used to love this job. It was in a stationery shop, and I enjoyed it. After that, I moved here, and that's when, while sitting looking for another job, then I realized that I'm not really that woman waking up, going to work every day. I want to be in a space with people. I want to be in a space where I can be like, how can I help you? You know, like, that's the environment I want to be in. If anything, at one point I even thought maybe I could be a good administrator. I don't like paperwork, but I thought maybe that. But it was just because somewhere deep down inside of me, I had this longing, this yearning to be able to build with somebody, to come to somebody and be like, I will hold you up. You know that thing you want to do? I will lift you up and I'll help you get there. And it's always been, you know, even at home, people will randomly call me and be like, help me with this thing. And I'll be like, I'll do it now because I don't mind. It's really something that I want to do. And a lot of it just came to a culmination when I came to Foundation, because Foundation gave me a space that I could use what I know, use my knowledge, and still serve and still do things for people that actually make me happy, that I can go home at the end of the day and be like, today was a good day, I did something good, you know. And yeah, so I think God understood me before I understood myself, and in doing that, He sent me to a space where I could effectively do what I needed to do, because there was confusion. And as much as I know this is what, you know, my purpose, I need to serve, He also knows how I need to serve. He also knows what would work best for me, me to be at my optimum and do the best I can in my servitude. So yeah, coming to Foundation was that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. She basically described purpose,
Yeah.
right? In a nutshell. Like, I think there would be a lot less confusion in the world when we fully understood that the only person who knows why we were created is the one who created us. He's the only one who knows why Karabo is the way that she is, Harmony is the way that she is, why her personality is like that, what she's into, what she likes, why Lisa had to grow up the way that she grew up, because it's going to align her character, it's going to mold her and shape her into the person that he created her to be from the very beginning. You know, it's just, he's like a one-stop shop God. He really is. And we keep going around in circles and running away from him. But he has all the answers. He really does. And like Sue said, it's just, he positions you in a way that it doesn't even, it's so easy.
It's effortless.
It's effortless. It's like natural. It's innate. Like you flourish in the spaces that he's put you in because you have gone back to the source.
Yeah.
You've aligned your life in a way that has positioned you to hear from him, to work with him, not against him. You know, and it's just, yeah, like, I was calling her a strategist because that's exactly what she is. God has blessed, or rather has put in my heart, and how many were saying it in jokingly, but it's the truth. If you knew who I used to be, I am not a businesswoman. I had no desire to run a business. Zero. Like none. I wanted to stay at home for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That was how I literally.
Behind a book.
That's it. My mother, my sister would take care of me. I don't want to get married. Like, I just wanted to be babied. And I was okay with that.
Yeah.
I was okay with it. No inkling of responsibility, nothing. And God was like, this is what I want you to do. I'm like, what? I laughed because for me, business minded, no. Responsibility, ownership, none of that was in my forte. You're not. So taking the plunge and actually saying, okay, let me just do this, let me do a price list. Even then, I didn't think that it would come to a point where it is right now. And she was literally an answered prayer in so many ways, because I prayed. If she didn't come, I was even telling her I was going to stop this business because I didn't have the motivation to keep doing it. And he sent her at the right time. And she needed this as much as I needed her.
That's how God
And he just brought us together at the right time. And like effortless is we even read each other's minds. It sounds crazy, but it just works because we are aligned. And also, this is why he made us.
Exactly.
The purpose for our lives aligned to this.
Exactly. And how interesting is it that when she mentions that your shot is there, good. And how interesting is it that when she mentioned purpose, she didn't go to. Initially, she was like, she always thought she was going to be a career woman. Ne? Why? Because that's what the world tells us is arrive. Ne? Get a 6-figure salary, get your job, be in corporate, be CEO, have that. That's what the world tells us is success. Ne? So we grow up thinking that everybody's success looks like that. Everybody's meant to grow up to be this office person who goes and does the office thing and yada yada yada. And so we start to live our lives according to that. But when you step into a place where you allow God to direct your purpose, He makes you see things completely differently. And how opposite is her moment of purpose to what she thought it looked like?
Yeah.
The complete opposite. She thought she was going to grow up and be somebody that works in an office, CEO, that kind of vibe. But her purpose has her serving. The complete opposite. But she's thriving in an area of servitude because she wasn't born to be the CEO. She wasn't born to be the corporate. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being those things if that's what you are meant to be. If that's what you are called to do, then great. But we are always chasing things that look good on other people because they look good on them, and then they end up killing us.
Yeah.
They end up killing us because we're doing things that we were not born or created to do. She is in an environment where she is thriving and she's flourishing because she's doing what she was born to do. It doesn't look like the picture she had, but it's even better. And that's what purpose does.
Yeah.
So that's just amazing. And for you, our snaps?
God is so amazing.
Yeah.
God is very, very amazing. I want to say, with me again, after getting my qualification, yes, I wanted to have, that salary, a massive one.
Yeah.
We went that right.
The check.
Yes, in my office, driving, that car.
Yeah.
But, after that, all the doors were closed. Okay, so where to now, God? Up until I met you guys on the article on the record, I just read it, and I said, okay, I'm interested with these people, with meeting these people, then I make a call, then blah blah blah, all those things, interview was said. Now with the interview was said, then I met you guys, then we talked, then I said, after I left here, and I said, oh, okay. That means with my expertise now I'm going to give back to the foundation. Okay, fine. Here am I. Here we are launching the BBM that year of 20 years. So many ladies, and then to be honest, Karaba, there at the Dobsonville, where I was doing a casework on psychosocial support, I didn't have that experience with compared to this one here at BBM. After we launched here, our per day, you still remember, I was so bombarded with all yes, so many women.
Yeah.
So, but otherwise, at the end of the day, I enjoyed what I was doing. And I said, oh God, if if it was possible, I was going to say no. But with that mindset, okay, yes, God, I need to serve you.
Yeah.
So this thing keep on, like, I never had like worries, troubles. So that's why I was like coming to serve. And now I can see that God's mercy is upon us. We are now growing. The women have been, we are like transforming and changing the lives of women. And then we don't know what God is taking us, but God is taking us definitely somewhere. No one can break the mind of God.
Yes.
So otherwise, it is tricky. And then I can go back a little bit to me with my HIV status. I still remember one other time, I made friends with so many nurses at the clinic. Yes. So because I was, after, like I said, or after I was diagnosed, I was shattered, all those things, but self-recovery along the way. So I was able to speak. So I still remember the other time this woman, she was pregnant and then she was diagnosed with HIV. She looked exactly as I am before. So this other sister phoned me, and I found so many missed calls in my phone. And then I go back to her and he said, you know what? I just want to challenge you. Challenge me of what? I said, you know what? I'm a professional. I'm able to divert the information. There was a patient here, blah blah blah. Can you come over and talk to the lady? Then I said, give me the date and time. Then I went to she set an appointment with me with that lady. Then I went there, and then it was the three of us in introduction, and then she just left. And then I spoke to that lady, and she said, wow, really? Look how beautiful are you. And then I said, to let me just give you proof. I took out my meds and put it on the table, and I said, here, I'm a living testimony. Above everything, even if you have it or you don't have it, if you can put God and trust Him, nothing. So that woman was like motivated, and then she then started to look life as different. So my motivation is that, guys, even if you have HIV, there are still so many possibilities. And then if you can just put God and trust Him, I think God is gonna help you walk through that journey with Him. I mean, just look at me.
Just look at her, guys. Come on now. Please look at this woman.
Look at me. I'm so motivated and I'm so content with the capacity building. Then I said, before you knew about all this, my HIV status, like when we were here attending the capacity work, then I said, this harmony doesn't know what she's doing. But I believe the time has it was right. So, but today here, my God, so guys, God is so good. Just put Him, just trust Him, and then and walk with Him. There are so many things, so many things that are coming. So many blessings, guys. Yes.
The other day we were listening to something by Miles Monroe, and he was talking about how God wants us to sing a new song. He was talking about David and how David used to write songs, right? But David wrote songs about all the experiences he's been through. So he even made a joke. He's like, so he was sitting in the middle and there were sheep there, then the bear's coming. Oh, he didn't see this bear tremble and think, oh my gosh, this bear's gonna kill my sheep, let me run, it's gonna kill me. He's like, there's a new song. Meaning, everything we go through is an opportunity to learn something, to grow from it, to sing a new song. And what God does is every time you have one song, He's like, right, you've grown from that, now I'm going to throw something else at you. And we have to look at every challenge God throws our way in life as an opportunity to sing a new song. A new song of praise, a new song of glory to God. And as much just listening to you, it excites me so much. You know, it's so exciting because you guys wouldn't believe that the same, what's the word? Disclosure. The same disclosure that she's making to the world, she literally made to us not even an hour ago. We've known her for 3 years, but the confidence for her to be able to share this, something so personal and so intimate, not only with us, who we were thinking was special, now we're sitting and she's sharing it with the world, is indicative of that fact that God wants us to sing new songs. We don't need to be bound by our stuff. We don't need to be in chains because of the experiences we have. If we take it and we own it, we can glorify Him with it. Our brokenness doesn't have to define us. You know, it's so amazing. It's so amazing.
Sure. I mean, like you're saying, and what you said as well, I was calling it's only the beginning.
Yeah.
Like we literally just tickled God now. He's coming. Hey, this is the time.
Watch what He does
just
now.
Watch what He does. And share His glory, and He's been waiting for this.
And purpose is exactly that. That's how we find it. He refines us through the challenges because He knows that I need you to serve that purpose. And again, just like Sue, our spouse didn't come here expecting a salary. You know, she worked as a social worker for the foundation for 2 whole years not getting a cent. You know, but that fulfillment that came from doing something she knew she was born to do. And that's the place we all need to get to. Please. Tell us about how purpose met you, or where you met purpose.
With me, I was telling Karabo this other day that with me it was, it wanted me. So God was like, you know, when you want to do something, you want to serve, but you don't know how. I remember coming to Inspirational Woman, and I think it was Mama, or was it you? Who was like, it was Mama, who was like, can the BBM beneficiaries stand? And I didn't know, should I stand up? Because I was already done with the program, so I didn't know, should I stand? Should I sit? Should I? No, but I'm done. And then, after that, she thanked them and she was like, okay, fine, you can sit down. And then she was like, the volunteers, can you stand? And I was like, you know when you don't know what to do? And I'm like, should I? No, but you've never volunteered, sit down. And then you're like, okay, you don't know what to do. And God was like, when I've been talking to you, what's wrong with you? And I was like, oh my God, okay. You know when you don't even know. And I was like, what to do? The next day I was like, you know what, I'm texting Mama, I can't. I'm texting Mama, can I come and volunteer? Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. So ever since then, from there, I was like, God was like, you know what, bring your heart, bring you. I'll show you what to do. I'll show you the way. Whatever you want to do now, I'll help you. I'll guide you along the lines. And He's been doing that. Ever since He's been doing that. To a point where it's not really me serving in one way, but in different ways. That's why I was saying, when we started, I was saying like I wear many hats because the one time I'm there, the one time I'm there, the one time and it makes it so easy. It makes it very easy, effortless. There was this man who once said, do what you love and you will never have to spend a day with it. I didn't understand what it meant back then. But right now, I feel like, when you visit a friend and then you come back later on, you're like, okay, I had the best day. Like you'd hear people complaining, oh my back, you know what, this. But with me, it's like, another day, can't wait for tomorrow. Like that's the best time ever. I can't wait for tomorrow. That's God.
Wow. And you know what's amazing about what Lisa's saying also is the fact that you know why? Like all of these women here, just FYI, right? For them to be in this position where they're actually talking about their lives in front of, I mean, to get them to speak in front of a room full of like 20 ladies was, they couldn't. So for them to be in front of a camera on something that's going to be seen by maybe hundreds of people, thousands, subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe
For that,
is a miracle,
Yeah.
you know, and that just speaks to just that God really came and just made them pushed into purpose. And just listening to Lisa, one thing that stands out about Lisa is the reason that she's able to wear so many hats is because God has given her such a wonderful gift of being flexible. You know, she is very creative. Her mind works creatively. She's a problem solver. You know, she's versatile, and that's what God does. Like, He doesn't set unrealistic standards for you. He already knows. For okay, Lisa's like this, Harmony's like this, Karaba's like this. And then He sets you on the path that will make your gifts and your abilities shine, you know. And each and every one of the ladies sitting here are doing what is in alignment with their gifts, you know, and living out their work according to the gifts that God has given them. And her versatility is actually what makes her such an asset, because she can be placed in any space and her problem solving skills kick in and she just runs with it. What we see as a huge challenge, she's like, that's nothing. That's nothing.
Just put a curtain on it, you know.
You know, that'll work. You know? So it's so amazing. And Melush, your turn.
Yeah, with me, everything that is being said here, it's linked to what Jesus came here on earth to do, the purpose. So it reminds me with the scripture that says in Ephesians 4 verse 28, that says we must not steal any. If you don't steal anymore, just work with your hands so that you can be able to help others and you don't like. So before I realized my purpose, let me put it this way, when I was going through this struggle, we always think thieves are only people who steal from others or steal stuff, but when God speaks to us to do things, we don't want to do them because it doesn't align with what we are at that time. So we're stealing God's time, God's ability in us, so I realized that because, and the mindset is, when I got a job, I'm going to work for me to build a house, to buy a car, to do this, my children that and that and that. But that was not the mandate for a human being. So the mandate was, we must be the servants, helping each other. That is the strategy, the economy, God's economy, where it doesn't run off or down or whatever, it doesn't fluctuate. It's always constant. So to me, it says a lot about we have to be who God says we are, the one who serves. Because He even make an example, says when He served His disciples, he says, I'm doing this, you must continue doing this to others. So that is the mandate of a Christian who master his identity. You know, you are blessed to be a blessing. Even if it's not material, you are blessed with time. Share it with someone. Ask God. Because I can't sit there and do nothing if I'm getting it. I can't sit there and not do anything. I have to want to know what I must do. And then only God can direct me. The time I have, I can use it to visit us, to pray for others, to do anything that God can do through my life. So it's to serve. My purpose is to serve. is to nothing else. So, and I just thank God that through this tough situations, one day I was having this mindset that one day it will be okay. Like Mama said, don't worry, just hang in there. And then by that time when she was saying those words, I said, hey, she doesn't understand. She doesn't get it. But I'm just hanging there. Until today, when I remind myself with those words, I just feel with joy that hanging there brought me here, where I am. Yeah, I'll also say to others, hanging there. So that makes me happy. I remember on Sunday, this jewelries that we have here from Papa. This ones. So I was thinking about them that, oh God, you clothe us so we can be decent from what we wear back then, so we can put us back. So I was dressing up and dressing and dressing, so and dripping. So just as I was going to leave the house, he just came nowhere. I didn't even realize him because the gate was closed. I don't know if he flies from when I don't know. I just saw him. And then God made him to take a chance, sit there by the gate, so that when I come, she can see.
Hey now.
So, and when I came out, I was dope. Tato, he even So I saw him. I said, I'm going to do this literally. I'll walk with like a king, a queen. I mustn't walk like before, because always he was the one who's coming out with that thing, and I would stay slouch. And he came dressing nicely, like I never saw him dressed like that, but God made sure that I dressed nicely because it was all boutique that I was wearing, even the jewelry. So that thing gave me a confidence that I have to make other women to feel the way I'm feeling now, especially those who walk through the journey that I have walked. That is the plan of God. He take us through this fire, floods, so that we can be able to say, come, you can pass, you can pass it, come. Even though they don't understand, just because of me, I understand that someone said come, and I just come. By that, when I say come, even though they like me, I always say, she doesn't get it. But I just hang in there. And then that thing made me today so that I can be able to say, Sue, come. Come. And then that's my purpose, and that's made me happy. Like yesterday when I came in this office, God just reminded me the first day. So I was here in this office. I said, I don't do anything. I'm going to sit here. I'll do the rest later.
After you've taken this moment in.
So I was sitting here praying, crying, snow, the snow, and because I know for sure that God has set that appointment for me, because he even delayed SA Harvest. He came late yesterday. So after that, I was so happy. I don't know who came here. I said, you don't feel cold, because I was hoping, trusting until my Jesus of busy. So I said, God, I found my purpose here, and I'm going to serve it. I'm going to do with all my heart, all my, as you say, we have to love you with our minds, our strength, everything of me, because everything that I am is yours. I'm all yours, you are all mine. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to serve here. Even if they can say, come and do roofing, I'll come. Because I believe that I can do everything through Christ has to use me because I've got that thing
Yeah.
from the Lord, which was dead, but now it's alive and it's rising. I'm rising and I'm shining for the Lord. I know it's not for men, it's for God.
Yeah.
Because His word says Jesus, because he obeyed God, and then he was 100% man and God, but he still obeyed God. And then he further says he found favor from God and men.
Yeah.
So we always want to find favor from people
Definitely.
than God.
Yeah.
So now I thank God. In my purpose, I understand that
Yes.
even people don't appreciate what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But as long as I obey God,
Yes.
later I'll understand them.
Yeah.
That they don't get it.
Yeah.
Then I'll continue doing it. And then later they'll understand it. It's how the journey taught me.
Definitely.
So I'm just happy
Oh,
to have my
wow.
great family here, and
Wow.
we are not perfect, but we strive into
Definitely.
perfection, practicing every day.
Sure.
And it even helped. The purpose even helped me to be restored back to the family love.
Storage.
Yes, love, because I didn't have that. If Glenda make me cross, I'll take 3 days.
Shout out to Glenda.
Not talking to her, like, and she will respond, and I'll blame her.
Yeah.
But now, as I said, I hear this vibe in me that open up, open up, open up. You don't lose anything. Open up, open up. You don't. No one is dying. Open up.
Yeah.
So every day I open up, and she's responding.
She's the same
She's
way.
responding. So it's not about people. It's about God.
Yeah.
We're serving God, even though we don't want to
Yeah.
or not understand.
Like
It's the thing that shows God that we're getting it. It's not because of what people do or has done to us. It's what we are doing or responding to people. When they are negative, we always respond with positivity. Yes, so that God can be exalted and be glorified.
Amazing. Oh my gosh, I bet you guys wish you were in this room with
Thank
us. This is the impactful women we have in this foundation, and it all starts from brokenness.
Yes.
All of us have a story to tell. That's not pleasant, that was painful, that was difficult, but we can sit here today and just embrace the grace of God. It may be broken, but it's in the hands of the potter. Bye.